In today's video, Wriothesley, Duke of the Fortress of Meripede, good looking guy with a flirty personality. Wriothesley is a 5-star cryo character, catalyst wielder, main DPS in ML teams. In this video you'll find tips, science explanations, artifact sets, weapons and more, so keep watching if you want to have the best Wriothesley in Genshin. Join my Discord server if you want to make friends and play Genshin or other games, you're more than welcome to join. So without further ado, this is Wriothesley character investment and let's jump right into his active talents. With a normal attack, Wriothesley unleashes powerful repelling fists, performing up to 5 rapid attacks that deal cryo damage. Apart from this, normal attack combo count will not reset for a short time after using Ice Fang Rush or sprinting. With the charge attack consumes a fixed amount of stamina to leap and unleash a vaulting fist, dealing AoE cryo damage. This is the part of his skill you use to fight. The fact that his combo of normal attacks doesn't reset when you sprint or simply stop using them, it's really useful for you since it allows you to move in the field without wasting the combo, since you can start from where you stopped or got interrupted. This is great since every hit he deals are strong, but the last one is the strongest. So let's go ahead with his kit to see how we can improve his damage. With this skill, Wriothesley sprints forward a short distance, entering the chilling penalty state. The chilling penalty state increases Wriothesley's interruptions resistance. When his HP is above 50%, it will enhance the repelling fist of normal attack and increases damage. When such an attack hits, it will consume a fixed amount of Wriothesley HP. HP can be lost this way once every 0.1 second. This is a really good characteristic for us to know since it can come useful when building him. But before that, let's continue have a look at his balance. So with the burst, Wriothesley strikes out with an icy straight, then uses icicle impact to cause multiple instances of AoE cryo damage in a frontal area. After icicle impact ends, a surging blade will descend upon the opponent's position, dealing OC aligned cryo damage. And this is it doesn't need much explanations. So the level priority is normal attack, skill and last burst. Keep the level of the normal attack and skill pretty close to each other since it takes advantage from both. Leveling up normal attacks is pointless without leveling up the skill, and leveling up the skill is pointless without leveling up the normal attacks. Let's have a look at his passive talents. With the first one, when Wriothesley's HP is less than 60%, he will obtain a Gracious Rebuke. The next charge attack will be enhanced to become Rebuke Vaulting Fist. It will not consume stamina, will deal 50% increased damage, and after hitting will restore HP for Wriothesley equal to 30% of his max HP. This is a really strong passive talent. The charge attack can deal a lot of damage, and it's really important to use it since a correct build Wriothesley has managed to stay on, so if you don't use this charge attack, you won't heal him and he won't have HP to consume to activate the effect of the 4-piece of Martius set, so be careful to always heal him in order to let him deal damage. With the second one, when Wriothesley's current HP increases or decreases, if he is in the chilling penalty state conferred by the skill, chilling penalty will gain 1 stack of Persecution Edict with a max of 5 stacks. Each stack will increase Wriothesley attack by 6%. This is also a great talent since it makes the build kinda easier since he needs a lot of attack, but in this way he can grant it to himself, allowing you to give him other stats. This doesn't mean you don't have to give him attack, of course. And with the last one, when Wriothesley crafts weapons ascension materials, he has a 10% chance to receive double the product. Really good for when you build someone. So now that we had a look at the entire kit, can we say he's strong, so underrated by the player base? I think Wriothesley is really strong, and with the right team comps, he can deal a lot of damage as Nuvelet and Arakino do. I'm not saying he's at their same level, but he can be really strong. His kit is really strong and well done, and in any case, he doesn't need crazy characters in the teams to deal great damage. So in the end, I think that Wriothesley is hugely underrated, and the fact that he's having his first run after more than a year let people think that he's weak or not that strong. Justice for Wriothesley. Anyway, let's have a look at the options we have for his build. So for artifacts options, for 2-piece he can use 2-piece attack, Gladiator, Simenawa and all others of course, 2-piece cryo damage, Blizzard Slayer, and 2-piece normal and charge attack damage, Manchester Hunter. For 4-piece you can use Simenawa's Reminiscence, which grants a buff for normal charge and plunging attack of 50% if you have 15 energy of the burst, and it's something you have since you can use his burst, but it's not fundamental during the rotations, and in any case you have supports helping him charging his burst if you want to use it. Unfinished Reverie, which will grant him a 50% damage bonus if there are burning opponents in the field, so a really good buff, but it limits him to play with Dendro and Pyro characters, and also if you don't have burning opponents in the field, the effect will vanish. Blizzard Slayer, which will grant him 20% of crit rate if an opponent has cryo on them, and an additional 20% if the opponent is frozen. This is a good buff since you would have 40% of crit rate, but I actually don't recommend you to play Wriothesley in freeze teams since I think melt is better for him. Martius Hunter, which is the best in slot for him, in which it grants 12% of crit rate every time the HP of the equipping character decreases or increases, so perfect for Wriothesley. If you want to give him this set, keep in mind that if you are lagging in game, you won't probably start attack the crit rate percentages and your Wriothesley won't probably crit. I'm telling you this because my Wriothesley used to not crit and I thought I built him wrongly when I realized that it was actually my connection's fault. But anyway, the rank of his best 4-piece set is Blizzard and finished in 3rd place, Simonao in 2nd place, and managed to stay 1st place. Main stats are attack on the sand, cryo damage on the goblet, and crit damage on the circlet. And sub stats are crit damage, attack, crit rate, and EM. Before we uncover his weapons options, the majority of the viewers are not subscribed, so subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, and make sure to activate the notifications to not miss out any future guides of your favorite characters. Let's have a look at weapons options. First option is Cash Flow Supervision, which gives him a lot of base attack and a good percentage of crit rate. The effect gives him attack, and when current HP increases or decreases, normal attack damage and charge attack damage are increased, and when you have 3 stacks of this effect, attack speed will be increased. Really strong for him, of course. Lost Player, which gives fewer attack than his signature weapon, but it gives more crit rate. The effect increases movement speed by 10% and grants an elemental damage bonus when you are in battle. Too Late to Last Remembrance, which gives a lot of base attack and crit damage. The effect increases normal attack speed by 10% and grants a buff for normal attack equal to 48% after using the elemental skill, pretty similar to his signature weapon. For 4 source options, we can have Flowing Purity, which gives attack with the substat. The effect grants elemental damage bonus after using an elemental skill and will grant a percentage of Bond of Life that will grant elemental damage bonus once you clear it, so pretty good for him. Solar Pearl, which gives a lot of crit rate and the effect increases normal attack, elemental skill, and burst damage, so pretty good for Wriothesley since he almost uses his whole kit to fight. The Wheat Seed, which gives a good amount of base attack and a good percentage of crit damage. The effect is really strong but at the same time really random since Wriothesley takes advantage from attack and elemental damage. He needs elemental mastery, but the amount of it this weapon provides is too much, and even though you can gain attack and elemental damage, it's really random and you are not sure to have it every time, so keep this in mind if you have this weapon on him. Let's have a look at the constellation before team comps so we can understand if there are any constellations needed, or we can play Wriothesley as heroes letting good performances. With the first one, the Gracious Rebuke from his passive talent is changed. When Wriothesley's HP is less than 60% or while he is in the chilling penalty state, when the 5th attack of Repelling Fist hits, he will create a Gracious Rebuke. Additionally, Rebuke Vaulting Fist will obtain the following enchantment. The damage bonus gain will be further increased to 200%, and when it hits while Wriothesley is in the chilling penalty state, that state's duration is extended by 4 seconds. So this constellation basically makes you deal more damage, extends the state where Wriothesley has this damage buffed, and you deal a lot more damage with his charge attack. With the second one, when using the burst, each Persecution Edict stack from his passive talent will increase that ability's damage dealt by 40%. The maximum damage bonus you can gain in this way is 200%, so pretty strong. Third increases the level of normal attacks by 3, perfect for him. With the fourth one, the HP restored to Wriothesley through Rebuke Vaulting Fist will be increased to 50% of his max HP, so he fully heals himself. Additionally, when Wriothesley is healed, if the amount of healing overflows, if he is on the field, his attack speed will be increased by 20% for 4 seconds. If he's off field, all your own party members' attack speed will be increased by 10% for 6 seconds. So pretty good, but only for him since supports don't use normal attack unless you have Mawika with him. The fifth increases the level of the burst by 3. And with the last one, the crit rate of his charge attack will be increased by 10% and its crit damage by 80%. When unleashed, it will also create an additional icicle that deals 100% of the charge attack based damage as cryo damage. Damage dealt this way is considered charge attack damage. So he has really strong constellations, but you don't need them to have a strong Wriothesley. Now for team comps, as I said before, I personally think he shines in malformations, but I'll give you different alternatives of teams where we can play Wriothesley. First option is a classic melt team with Wriothesley, Mawika, Bennett, and Kazuha. In this case, Kazuha decreases opponent's cryo resistance and grants elemental damage bonus to Ryo. Mawika increases Wriothesley performances, Bennett heals and buffs in attack, and Wriothesley deals damage. You can replace Mawika with Shanha, Diona, Rosaria, Layla, Toma, or Shilonen, with which you can also replace Bennett and go for something like this, and Kazuha can be replaced by Sakros, Lynette, or Lanyan. Second option is a burning team with Wriothesley, Nahida, Bennett, and Kazuha. In this case, Bennett and Kazuha's tasks are the same as before, but this time you have Nahida that will apply Denjo on opponents, that will always have Pyro on thanks to Bennett and Kazuha, and will allow Wriothesley to trigger Melt. Last option is a fist team with Wriothesley, Kazuha, Kokomi, and Furina. In this case, Kazuha wears Cryo and applies it on opponents, Kokomi applies Hydro and heals, and Furina deals Hydro damage and buffs all performances. Of course, Wriothesley keeps opponents frozen, but I think the charge attack would break the frozen state, so be careful. As always, these were just examples. You can use Wriothesley with other characters, so have fun with him. And that's all you needed to know about our policeman Wriothesley. I hope this video came useful to you. Don't forget to leave a comment on what you think of this incredible character. I remind you to subscribe to the channel and also to my TikTok and Instagram accounts, to join my Discord server, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!